Right, here we go. There's the back. Bringing it up, that's not too bad. Okay, let's get that sound going so you can hear me. Alrighty, so what do we need to do? We need to grab this body, and we've got that body. We need to get in there and drill those holes. I've got the drill bit too. I've got black hardware. It's got Mr. Glynn's Cruel Mistress vintage telly pickups, brass saddles, bone nut. It's all good. Where the weed at? What's going on? Thank you for the follow. Good to see you. Welcome on in. Who? Okay, so that's that guy there. But that's to show you that copper-looking red cedar when it really gets polished up. It really looks copperish.
Come here, little guy. Come here, my little boy.
To go on top. So that's what we did there. That back's going to be sensational. That is so smooth. Very smooth. Ha! Absolutely. They are drums. They're percussion instruments as well as stringed instruments. They can be used. If you watch the old flamenco guys playing, the old Spanish guys, they're doing all that stuff. They're going tippa-tappa, tippa-tippa-dum, ring, 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 tippa-tappa, tippa-tappa, dum, ding, dong, dang. So it's all good. Right, here we go. There's the back. Bringing it up, that's not too bad. Okay, let's get that sound going so you can hear me. Alrighty, so what do we need to do? We need to grab this body, and we've got that body. We need to get in there and drill those holes. I've got the drill bit too. I've got black hardware. It's got Mr. Glynn's Cruel Mistress vintage telly pickups, brass saddles, bone nut. It's all good. Where the weed at? What's going on? Thank you for the... Howdy folks, how we doing? Welcome on in. It's Manny here from the Guitar Show in Sydney. It's Monday. We're going to continue where we were up to last week. How you doing, Terry? And Marky Mark is in the house too. What's going on? So we're working on this guy. There's the body. I've got to sneeze. Excuse me, that was probably too loud for you. There's our LP. A couple of coats of oil on that now. Seal that up. One light sand, and then we can start putting some top coats on that. And then we can start putting it together. It's almost ready. What we're going to do today, though, is we're going to now go and we're going to route the truss rod in this neck, truss rod channel, and get that truss rod fitted in there, cut the neck out, and start getting ready to shape that. So let's work on that today. How are we all doing? Are you well? Thank you very much, Terry. I appreciate the blessings. Ooh, nailed that body. Yeah, it's coming out good, isn't it? It's turned out, both of them are turning out good. That color's really cute, good. And this one here is looking really rich as well. That's going to be something else as well when that's done. Let's get these things ready. I'll move some things out of the way, and I'll get that routing done. Let's move these things around like so. Okay. Let's get some boxes. I was repairing a bench seat earlier on, just something on the side, and trying to mount it back into a wall. It's actually mounted into a concrete wall, and it's a little bit on the tricky side lining up. It's very heavy, and it's very hard to line up. We're almost there. It's got it bolted in now, but I ran out of time because it was time for a stream. So I want to keep to our schedule, and that's why we're here. I'm thinking of doing some alternate streams as well, just doing some other arts and crafty things like building other wooden things, just for a bit of a laugh. Dana's still in the hospital. What, again? They need to regulate her meds before she can go home. Oh, okay. That's not good. I hope she's getting better. I thought she was on the upside. I always hate hearing that other people are still having to rely on those things, the scary things known as hospitals. God help anyone that needs a hospital. I'd only go in a hospital if I was bleeding out. Everything else, I'll take care of myself with a pair of pliers and a Shinto rasp. No, seriously, it's a tricky situation. I understand for some people it's tricky and you don't have much of an option than to try everything we can to help. Anyway, let's get back to this. Let me flick over to the bench. Something else for fun. Yeah, Mark, we can do a couple of things. I'm thinking about, I've got these rustic picture frames that I want to build out of old fence palings. I did some maybe a couple of years back now for the farm, and they look really good. They hold up really well too. And they're really rustic and old fence palings. Give them a light sand back. They get sort of like a sun-washed, faded hardwood finish. And if you 45 them and just stick the 4 planks together, piece of glass inlaid in the back, and a little cardboard or laminate cover. Got some photos in there. They're hanging up in the farm. Yes, indeed, Terry. That's what we're going to do. Let's get this guy routed. So I'll move this stuff out of the way. We'll line up this neck over here. I'll just move that camera. Terry's probably going to get vertigo. Burp, burp, burp. Okay, that's good. And you can hear me well, I think. The lapel mic works really well. I did play back, and everything seemed really, really clear. So it's a good decision, and we got a good piece of kit on the lapel there. So that's doing its job. Now I need a straight bit, I should say, a 6mm. Let's strap this guy down and get it ready. Put this guy there. How are we going to do this? Terry, guess what? I found my fence, and it was hanging up on a new position that I created just for it. It's just that I forgot that I hung it up. Silly doofus. Oh. Let's just plug this in, get some power going. Right. Okay. Found. Absolutely, I found it. Look, there it is. See? In all its glory. Okay. Let's get this guy sorted out. We'll get the new thingamy-bob popped on here. Grab our little keys. Get our little 6mm. 1/4 inch route a bit that's in here. Where is it? And where is it going to? What's that one there? Is that it? It looks like a bad version of one. I've got a good one here. I'll use this nice sharp new one. Oh, damn it! I dropped it. Got my bits back. Pop them back in here. A couple of bits and bobs. I like to keep everything in the router box so I know where everything is, because you know me with stuff. I lose it very easily, don't I, Terry? Indeed. I'm terrible at things like that. Double check the changes are correct. Absolutely, Terry. We're going to do that right now. Right now. When? Right now. Let me just loosen this guy up. Take this old guy out. Put the new guy in, wherever that went. Did I drop that as well? God, I'm terrible today. What's wrong with me? I'm losing my mind. I probably did drop it again. Oh, here it is, under the key. Right, let's check these lengths as Terry correctly says. So let's do that right now and check our scales, make sure we've got everything right. Okay, we're just going to check, which is a good idea, Terry. Very diligent of you. I need my glasses. What have I done with them? Let me put them on. I can't see anything without them. I'll be back. Whistle as I work, working through the back entrance, back into the room. Okay, we've got our glasses. We can see what we're doing now. There we go. All right, so we've marked out our 0, which is right here. 22, what's going on here? It's right there. Excellent. So truss rods here and here. Excellent. I think we're good, Terry. We've got the length right. So we're good to go. Very nice. Okay. That is the right length neck. That is the right scale. We can now route that channel. Are you happy with that? That's why we have the lost commands. Absolutely. Okay, we're good to go. Let's pop this down here. Set up the router. Terry, what do we need? Clamps. Lots of clamps. I've got 2 here. Waiting. 1 there. 1 there. 1 back here. That ain't moving. And now let's get this guy on there and just double check this straight line down here. We'll get that bit in here. It isn't plugged in, so it's all safe to keep my hands down here. Terry will have you know we don't play with blades while they're plugged in. Isn't that right, Terry? Is that the deal? Is that the dealio? That's the dealio. Okay. Set this up. Little slight just double check this screw here. Okay, it's nice and tight. And away we go. Safety first, absolutely. Safety first, absolutely. I've scraped my knuckles today against the wall, which is not a good look. Battle scars all over the shop. Okay, that's our trigger finger. Let's put this guy on and set all this up. Beep, beep, beep. Are we going this way? That's it. Get this lined up. That's the wrong way. Okay, that's the center line right there. Let me just lock that in. And we're going to do a test run down this channel and see if we're straying at all. No, we're pretty good. We're pretty good. Let me just take this off and just do a dry run. Starting here, center line. Stays center. That's perfect. Beautiful. Okay, we're good to go, Terry. That's locked in, and we're good to go with our center line. Double check that again. Always double check these things. That's nice. Okay, we're good to go. So, first things first, we need a mask. We need to plug this in. I need to get a initial cut done. Around there. Let's plug it in. Get a mask on first. Terry will be happy if I have a mask on. Let's go. Okay. Good to go. I'm going to just lower the volume. I might just mute it out. Actually, no, I'll lower it. No, leave it there. I'll mute it out. Let's clear that up. Just measuring the depth, we're almost there. We're pretty close. Double check that. Okay, a bit more. 2 millimeters to go. Right, let's test fit this guy. Perfect. That's good. Now we need to get it deeper down here. So I'm just going to use this and just scoop that out by another mil or two. Just turn that off. Mute that out for a second. That should fit now. Let's try that. Ah, look at that. It's pretty good. Just a little bit high up here, so I need to cut that down a little bit deeper. Right here. Just mute that out. Let's test fit it now. Oh, yes, that's working out nicely. Still a little bit high on that side. Need to go a bit deeper, just here, where that headstock. Oh, actually, let me, yeah, just a touch more, right on the headstock. Just a little clean up with a chisel. To get that really flush finish. It's very important we get it flush. That's perfect. Yeah, that's good. Still see a little bit of blue there. I'm not happy about that. It really irks me. Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay, so we've got that in there now. That truss rod's there. And what we need to do now is cut this out, get the neck shaped. So I'm going to take it to the bandsaw and I'm going to cut it down where I've marked out this guy and try and save as much as I can for a second neck. I think I've just got enough for a second neck. I have to be very careful, but I'm going to take it over. I'll set that up first and see how we go. Let me get that room set up. I've got the room set up. I've just got to switch the camera over. Just moving the camera so things aren't looking like they're upside down. Yep. Okay, that should be good. Whoops. Let's see how we go. Right, how are we going? Let's catch up with the chat. Give me a minute. Let me catch my breath. We've got the other room ready. I'll just do a test. Quick test over to the drill room. But there it is, ready to go. Okay, we're ready to go there. Wood has a mind of its own. Terry, you're not wrong. Tom, I hear you, and I think I know what you're talking about. I'll just assume. Yeah. Okay, I'm just reading on. Okay, that's not good. Prayers and hope for our little friend, Cyber Cat Boy. Thank you for the follow. How are you going? Good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you for coming in. My name's Manny. For those of you that don't know you, I'm in Sydney, in Australia. I'm a luthier, and I custom make little things like guitars and things. I'm just going to go and cut this out right now. Let's go to the new room. I might have to move this over. So let me just take this down. Quickly take this down. I'll just push that forward a bit. Okay. Nice and square. Let's get going. Where's our neck? Okay, that's clear. Our neck is right here. Let's get going. We don't need the fence, but I'll sit it on there. That's the headstock size. We're going to cut this. Excuse me. That's terrible. I'm going to take it through this way. I want to save as much of this as I can. Okay. Can we see that? We can't see that. That's a pretty good angle. Okay, cool. Hey, BTM, what's going on? Good to see you. Bless me again. Sorry, Terry, I've just got a tickle in my throat. That's a little bit dry. I might get some water in a minute, but let me just cut this up first. Let's go and cut this up first. I'm going to go wide here, come in here. Let me just get that template and just make sure I've got enough space there and I know what I'm doing. I know where to cut from. Okay, let's see how we go here. We want to lay another neck down here, right? So we've got enough space there. We're going to have to cut this down here. Okay, that's not too bad. I can come in this way. I'm just going to mark this out. Okay, let me mark this out. Just so I know where the curve starts. And it joins that line there. That means I've got to cut on that line there. Gee, that's close. That's cutting it really fine. You know what? If we don't use it, we don't use it. I'm not too fast. That's the end of it though. Right here. I'm just going to place the end of this guy. Okay. There, so I can come in anywhere from there. Okay, good. We're good to go. I'm just going to hit that guy, get into that line, and then cut straight down there. Get this guy fired up. Oh, it's not plugged in. That always helps to plug it in. Okay. Where is that cable gone? Here it is. It's that light. Goes down there. Here it is. plug the right one in. Okay. Of course, I didn't plug the right one in. Is that too loud? Is that a little bit too loud? Do I need to turn that down? I might just turn that down a little bit. It's probably a bit better. It's fine. Okay, cool. Wonderful. Excellent. Okay, we've got the neck roughed out. Let's sand it smooth. Try and get that fretboard on there. So there we go. One blank, roughed out. Oh, yeah. I'll always mark it out, guys. I will never guess the line. I mean, I have a good guess, but I'll always mark it out just to make sure. I've stuffed up one neck already. I don't want to stuff up another one. We're not in the habit of just going through necks every now and then. I've damaged 2 necks out of about 38 builds. So, inadvertently. So I'm pretty cautious, but that's 2 necks too many. So Mark, yes, I do get your point. We always mark it out. I was always going to mark it out, but that's it's good that I like the fact that you're picking up on those things. It shows you're a very cautious gentleman. Very nice. We like that. Let's flip over the camera. So what do we got? We've got our roughed out neck. We're going to get the sander on there now. We're going to sand that guy, get that truss rod in there, and put the fretboard down and try and glue it all up. Let's do that. 38 necks every 2 builds. Rage, how you doing? Yes, I know how you feel, man. I've done it, Tom. I've done it. I've switched the cams. Okay, cool. Looked just to show our friend Rage where we're progressing with these bodies. Look, Rage. Couple of coloured sealed units. We're going to get to the point of starting some finishing sanding and some finishing coats very soon. Very soon. I like the way I say the word soon. What am I doing? I'm sanding, that's right. So I need to move these. Okay. I'll grab my little sandy doobie, this guy here. It's all plugged in and ready to go. Yep, we're good to go. Okay, and we're just going to get close to that line, really smooth and get those edges straight. Headstock shape finished, ready for the fretboard to go back on there. Now we're going to double check, obviously, the alignment of the fretboard. Let's do a check now while we're at it. Always good to check before we cut or sand or do anything. Just double check everything. We've already triple checked it, but let's do another check. 0 fret is right there. 22 is right there. Fantastic. We are lined up correctly, ladies and gents. 22, we're going to stop at 23 and cut it off. There's a little bit of a 5 mil, 6 mil overhang, 4 mil maybe. Perfect. And we're going to put 1/8 of an inch round over on that corner of that fretboard overhang. That's all scrap. That's all going to go. So that's too much there, about 1 inch of scrap, which is good. We've allowed enough. So 1st, 2nd, 3rd fret, this is all lined up. Terry, you'll be happy. We're not going to stuff this one up. It's going to be lined up perfectly, okay? Now let's sand these guys and get them done. We'll do the headstock shape first because that'll give us a transition point to start the straight edge. We're very, very close to the line, as you can see already. So we only have to basically do a little bit of a straight. It's been cut pretty straight as well. So it's a nice straight cut, not bad for a freehand job. So we just have to sand that to the right size. Okay, let's go. Leslie, what's happening? Good to see you. Sanding, and we need a vacuum cleaner, and we need masks. Terry, do we need masks, Terry? Always. Is there an always command, Terry? There should be. Okay, we've got our hose. We've got our vacuum. We're going to turn this volume right down or off, and we're going to start. Okay. Okay, I think we've got it. There it is. Let's check the edges. Get the volume up. Where's the volume? We've got the volume. Okay, cool. Where's my glasses gone? Here they are. Righto. The curve there, the curve's fine. I do it in two ways. We're going to do that once I get the fretboard on there, because I use the fretboard as a reference. So we overhang the fretboard over onto near the first hole, about a 1/4 inch away from it. And then what we do is we cut this down halfway and then we transition up and use the same machine to curve it. You'll get a perfect finish every time. When we do that, we also cut steps in here. We'll drill the hole first, the access point into that cavity, which will make it easier, and then Terry won't have kittens. It is a good machine. Absolutely. Okay, so let's just check these straight edges. Make sure they're spot on a mundi, which is the technical term. Let me get that longer rule on there. I mean, I always use my eye, but don't only use your eye. And I put it up to the light. Okay, and I can see there's a little bit of a bump here. Let me hit that slightly. And that's spot on now. That's good. No light through there. Pretty straight. This side. Perfect. That's very, very good. Okay, now we're going to measure our depth and our width. We want to measure and make sure that we're still aligned correctly here. Let's pop this guy in. Zero fret. .45, good. Here, 56 at 22. Spot on, perfect. This is great. This is looking really good. We've got it right. Let's get the fretboard on there, guys and girls. We can now glue that on. So first things first, I need to mark exactly where the center lines go. So let me grab a pencil or a pen. This guy here, I'll just quickly sharpen him. Take halfway down, so I have a reference point. Like that. So I mark my halfway there. Do the same at this end. I do have it already on this end. We've got our fretboard here. We need to mark our 0 down here. We need to line up 0. Center line's already there. You can see the overhang going all the way up to nearly the first hole. Okay. I'm also going to mark where the hole is for this guy. I'm going to put an H there so I know that means hole. Okay, we're good. Line it up there, line it up there, center to center. I'm making sure there's none of this plastic protruding. That's still a little bit high. Let's grab my chisel, clean that up just a touch more. Ever so slightly. Whoops. Okay. That's gonna work. Pretty sure. Goes over the top, so that's good. Right, tape. Terry, do we need tape? Indeed we do. Let's grab some tape. Scalpel. Long straight edge. What's happened here? Okay. This side. We leave that strip of tape in there. I always think of the next maker, always, it never has to be removed. Then yay for me. No, it doesn't have to be removed. Why would you remove it? Two small steel nail nubs that fit in the fret slot. Yeah, you can actually drill them in there. I sometimes do that. I don't worry too much about it though. I just line these up. Truss rods in. Line this guy up, and we'll get some glue on there and paste that in. Let's go. Let's do it. Everyone does it differently. Yeah, gotcha. This guy's a little bit caked on. Clear that nozzle. There we go. Spread that across to the edge. Don't worry about the center so much. I've just got to get that. The postman's here. I'll be back right back. Give me a sec. All right, we're back. Thank you for that, guys. Postie always comes in at around this time, the postman, so I've just got to check because there's no one attending the front of the building today. So I've always got my ear out for him. Okay, let's get this guy down. Okay, we've got our glue down there. Wipe that down and we'll get that on there. Terry, what do we need now? Clamps. Terry knows. Terry knows. Start off with one. Key it on. Let me just mark my center line at the back here so I can see where I'm up to. Okay, that's good. That lines up with that spot there. 0 fret. Right there. Center line. Right there. Okay, that's good. Center line, 0 fret. 0 fret. Spot on. That's good. Let me clamp this down, hold it in place somewhat. Ooh, that's not too good. It's not good at all. Let's pull that off. I'm just going to check that. Oh, okay, it's sticking up. That's fine. That'll be fine now. Sorted. Come on, get up there. That's it. Right there. That's better. Okay. Spot on. Right. Get that down there so it doesn't slide. Check it again. It's lined up. It's lined up. Good. We'll get the center line done here. perfect right there. Right there. There we go. Clamp. Just put a nice clamp to hold it in there while we start the process at the other end. Okay. And now Terry's favourite part. We're going to read them out, Terry. Are we going to read them out, the numbers? We are indeed. So we've got 15. Make sure we get squeeze out. We do have squeeze out. That's great. This guy lined up. Double check that. Hasn't moved. Nope. That's centered. Good. Okay, cool. Three. Number 3. They all have names, apparently. What's that one? I can't even read that. Number 5. Blackbutt. Haven't heard that one for a while. Number 5, 22. Good. I'll just wipe that as I go because it's more accessible. Okay. Number 2. Number 23. Yeah. Spot on. That's good. Okay. 16. More cowbell. More cowbell. Oh. 20. 20. T6, C19, 19. Yeah, that's better. Squeeze out. Bacon wood. Mark, forgot about that one. 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 Steve. Some guy called Steve's house. C13. 13. Clamp number 13. And of course, if anyone has been watching the show long enough, you'll know that these numbers correlate to some of the builds that we've done over time. C12. But I do like a big rubber band the best. I don't have this many clamps. Yeah, rubber bands are good. You know what's really good? What I want to try, Rage, I want to try vacuum bag. Pulling it in with, like, pinning it down and pulling it in with a vacuum bag and see how that comes out. Blue Jean. Mark, have you ever tried the vacuum thing? Couple more. Still got a few to go. What's this one? 9. Those suck? I've never tried it, Tom. I've seen it done and I wanted to just experiment and see what I can get out of it. Especially for things like bindings or fretboards, but yeah. That's very funny. They suck. Yes, I know. He is a funny man. He's the king of the puns. No, but it's on your bucket list. Absolutely, sir. We've got to try it. We've got to see what we can get. Yeah. Right. Okay. Let me get more clamps. More clamps. This one's unnumbered. We have to create. This one's no name. Okay. It's good. And we've got room for a couple more. Let me grab some more from the other room. Gotcha. So we've got number 17. Number 17 in here. And one more, number 18, right in here. Yeah. It's good. All right, that's done. Look at that. Oh, our camera's frozen. I didn't even realize. What's going on? Our camera's frozen. Why did it freeze? Let me just update that. Damn. There we go. That's a bit of an update. I was putting them on and I didn't realize we're all looking at the chat and I didn't realize the camera had stopped working. Okay, cool. We've got it. Memory lane, trip down memory lane. That's it there, guys. I'm not going to even pick it up. It's so heavy. But that is it for me today. We did it. We did it in an hour and a half. We got the neck cut out. We've got the truss rod done. We've got the fretboard lined up and done. Next, we need to get those clamps off in the next couple of days and then slot those, cut the fretboard, probably slot it first, then cut it, trim it up, get it nice and ready for radiusing. Then we'll do the wunderbar, cut the headstock, transition, all that sort of stuff. Thanks for being here, guys and girls. Let me just see who's on. I might just spread the love. Spread the love. Where are we? Now, very shortly, you may have heard of Billy, our good friend Billy, DV8 shooter. He is doing a collab stream with Paul the Entertainer, Australian musician, and they've invited me to join them. So it's going to be fun. I'll let you know the dates, and we'll do one evening, and you guys will have a bit of a laugh. They're a good crew. Let's see, where are we? Twitch. Let's have a look here. We'll see who's on, and we'll share the good. Thank you very much for being here, guys. I appreciate it. You're all good. Have a great week as well. Yes, I'll be back on Friday, so keep an eye out. Let's see who is on here. John Reeves. We're going to go to John Reeves because he's a muso that I sometimes grab when he's on. /raid John Reeves. Is it music? Live. REA. Sorry, get it right. AVES. Live. All right, let's go. Rightio, guys and girls. Friday my time. Check the schedule. I'll see you then. Bye for now.